Hello and welcome to the Overwatch Improvement Show Daily number 7. Today we have fnatic versus Method on Leasing Tower, and we're going to learn how to play passive, how to really control a map, and how to set the tempo for your game. So without further ado, let's go in and talk some picks. Notably here we have the Reinhardt and Zarya. Tanks on control maps are really more important. They're going to tell you how you're going to play. They're going to set the tone for the rest of your team. So keep that in mind when you're picking your tanks for these control maps. On the other side, we have Method with the Winston and Zarya, which tells me, and the Genji, which tells me that they're going to want to play aggressive here. They're going to really want to be in their face, set the tempo really fast, while fnatic, choosing a little more of a passive team, really wants to slow down the game. So these are two different styles from two different comps, and let's see how it plays out here. Now, people usually favor the Method side, mostly the aggression. People really like that stuff, but I favor fnatic's team. I like passive, I like controlling, I like playing very balanced like that. So you're going to watch here, Winston and Genji and the Tracer are going to go in here and just wreak havoc. They're just going to start out by getting 2 picks here. Great job. This is how they want to play it out. And they get everyone in the group, they get a couple picks, very good job. But the Genji here falls off. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what would have happened if he didn't die, but unfortunately he does die. And that puts him behind a little bit. That really, and with the Winston dead, that really takes off their aggression. So now, Method is going to kind of have to struggle here, trying to fight a control team versus an aggressive team. And fnatic, I believe, is going to grab the first point here. Yep, right there, they're going to grab the first point. So, kind of a misplay by Method, but I wouldn't blame them. They're still in this. This isn't over by a long shot. So here the Genji comes back in, trying to disturb them, be as aggressive as possible. Good play with the Winston. Winston and Genji, very good combo. You want to keep them together if you're running that comp. Keep them together. They really help each other out. But here they're going to get picked off by the Reaper and the Tracer, which Tracer, good for controlling points too. I don't think Tracer's just an aggressive player. She's great for controlling points. Now here, there's still... Method is still kind of pewing in, you know, a little bit, so they're gonna trade here. That's not gonna get set up. But watch here, after this fight goes down, you're gonna watch how fnatic sets up and how particular they are about the setup. Here, the loser trying to, you know, buy some time here. Tracer, Tracer. Unfortunately, I believe IDDQD kills this Tracer. Yes, he does. Very important to kill that Tracer, and the Tracer Tracer. The faster the other Tracer dies, the better for you. So here, watch this setup here. First of all, the Tracer's going to go in for a little play, but she's going to come right back to the tank line. So let's go a little forward. That's unfortunate. Bye-bye, Zarya. But look at this setup right here. Now, obviously, you're going to say, well, I want tanks to be up front, right? That's obvious. Well, it's not so obvious as most people. Some people, I'll see tanks hanging out in the inside here or hanging out on the right side over there, which is okay if you're playing that side. But you see here, they have the 2 tanks up front on this bridge. So this is the tempo they're going to set. They're going to set that this is the line, you're not going to cross it, and you're going to have to really take my shield down and take time in order to kill us. Now, you're going to have the Tracer and the Reaper sitting on point. Reaper is on point, mostly to defend any Winston plays or anyone who tries to go across. But Tracer's the real big play here. She's the scout. See what position she's in. From this position is so beautiful. I love IDDQD's play. I'm going to call him ID from now on. I love ID's play in this map. If you're a Tracer main, watch his play. He's very good at this. He can see both lanes from here now. He can see the right lane. He can even see that little crevice right there, that little lane right there going into that pocket, the shack. I'm going to call it shack. And you can also see the middle lane, which there is a middle lane. It's called that window right there. The window right here. That's the middle lane. So you have the right, left, middle. Every map, I say this over and over again, every map in Overwatch has 3 lanes. Play according to those 3 lanes and you'll do so much better. So Tracer's going to be watching the right lane. They're going to have their 2 tanks on the left side. Now normally, if you try to pull this shit in some ladder game, they're going to go right completely and then they're going to catch everyone off guard and it's just going to be a bad time for you guys. But having everyone on the left side and then just having a Tracer watching the right, if they go, having Tracer watch the right gives them so much more information, because if they don't see anybody, like right now everyone's up and they don't see anybody, they can assume they're probably going to be coming down the middle here pretty soon, or they're preparing for a big ult attack. Now if she does see someone, you can use that knowledge to deduct that, oh, okay, there's 3 people over here, well then there's only going to be like 4 people over there, or sorry, if there's 3 people over there, then there's only going to be 3 people over here. So you can split your team accordingly, and if you can get it more advanced with it and say, like if there's a Genji or a certain character like Genji or Winston over there, you can send just your Reaper and your Tracer and have everyone else sit on the left. You know, that's the point. That's how you use your counters to the full max. It's sending them where they need to be. You know, it's hard to explain, but it's something you'll get at more and more. I'll make another video about that because that's a whole nother concept as far as using your picks efficiently. But here you're going to have the Winston and Genji do what they need to do to get in this game. You're going to have them go behind and try to distract them and pull them back a little bit. I believe the Winston comes in here too. He goes in here. But what happens here is that the Zarya, I don't get this play. They sent the Winston and Genji to get behind them, and to close in on them and get a good surround, which is a great play by Method. That was well coordinated. But then they use Zarya ult. So they're not going anywhere. They're just going to be there. So now the Winston and Genji are kind of behind, and there's a lot of distance between them. I've mentioned this before, but now there's distance between them, and now the Winston and Genji have to take the time to get back, and once people on Method start dropping, it becomes less and less effective. They should have saved the Zarya ult for a lot later or a lot better play. They should have pushed them. They should have pushed them further back to the middle of the map and then popped the Zarya ult when the Winston had less distance on there along with the Genji. Honestly, I think that was a misplay on the Zarya part, and I'll call her out on that. Zarya, that was kind of a bad play. Or maybe it was a team decision. I don't know. So here they're able to get the cleanups here, and they're going to go right back into the same position they were in. Now, they don't have the Reinhardt here, unfortunately, so they're going to have to kind of survive for just a little bit. But Zarya's pretty good at holding them off. Reinhardt's back at that point. Tracer's going to go back into the middle position, and she's going to watch the right lane and left lane. Now, they have pretty good knowledge. Reinhardt's probably calling it out that they're in the middle here. So she's going to play a little more to the left side, knowing that they're all going to be here on the left. Now, there's one person on the right, but see, using your charges... Like, people use the charges and don't understand charge efficiency. You don't use your charges to just get around the map. If you're just walking from left to right, don't use your charge. Use your charge to make plays. If you're playing aggressive, use your charges to get in and get out. Use your charges in this sense when playing defensive. Use it to get to positions you need to help with. So right there, she used the charge to get to the Tracer in the middle, and she might use one here to get in there and help them with the flanking. Now, Method, once again, doing a really good job at trying to play the way they want to play, which is get behind them, play really aggressive. But it just, because of that Zarya ult happening and botching that play, and in this play, the aggressive play just takes a little too long, though, sometimes. Like, there's play speeds. If you ever play Hearthstone, then the concept of speed is kind of, you already know it. But for newer players, when you're making plays, you got to understand what the play is about and the speed of the play. I'm going to go over that right now real quick. I'm making another video about the other aspect of this. But the speed of your play, like sending the Winston and Genji behind you and then closing in slowly, that's a slow play. So you got to realize that that's a slow play. It's going to take a while for that play to be effective and to actually get your benefits from it. Now, fnatic made a lot of quick plays. Their plays were really fast. They didn't do anything fancy, just fast Tracer plays, and it really bit them in the ass. I don't know why Method did that, like, Genji Winston play over the top, because that just takes too long to really be effective. They should have played on the point more, too. Also, another thing, Method should have played on the point more. They were trying to engage their comp head-on, which is what they want. They want those head-on engagements. They want those slow team fights, and that's what Method gave them. They should have fought on the point and pulled them somewhere they had to go. They have to defend the point. Someone asked me this in a video before. They're like, well, they had line of sight of the point. How do you make them go there? Well, Zarya and Reinhardt, besides Reinhardt's Flame Strike, they can't do any damage from far away, so they have to go to the point to defend it if they want to defend it. So if they would have sent the Winston and Genji on point, that could have cleared out the Reaper, first of all. That probably would have killed the Tracer at least, and it would have made one of the tanks or maybe the healers that go back to the point, making the front line a little weaker, and then they could push with a strong push with 4 people up front and take out the Reinhardt really quick and close in on that. And you still get the play you wanted. You want to get a surround on them. You still get that surround, but you do it more effectively. Jumping over them and going to the other side of the map does nothing. They don't need to go there. There's no reason for them to defend that spot. So why go there? So that's just a concept I wanted to go through really quick. If you have any more questions about it, please comment below. This is all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe. Post a like up there. Comment if you have any questions below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, don't get good, get better.